Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So in this video we are finally getting around to doing the Kona cindercone. Now we're going to build this bike fit enough for any superhero, mainly one. Everyone knows who that is because it's probably down in the title at this point, and you've probably got an idea because it's on the thumbnail. So first of all, let's have a look at the bike. Let's see what we've got to deal with, and then we'll go from there, and then we will literally do, I will speed run a strip down because you all know how to strip down a bike, and then we'll tackle the part shelf, and then we'll build it. I can't wait to see the finish. I've got loads of great little bits that I'm putting on this. I'm kind of proud of myself, but at the same time I might get a lot of crap for this video. But cycling and bikes, all about having fun. This one's going to look different. Let's go from there. Let's strip it down. Well, let's have a look first, then we'll strip it down. So let's have a closer look. So generally, this is what we've got. So Kona cindercone, aluminium frame, 7005 aluminium, double buttered. So all in all, the frame's pretty good condition, to be fair. A few nicks on the top tube, not too bad. A lot of this will, we're going to T-cut it. We're going to buff the crap out of this frame, make it lovely. So what's actually on this bike? Let's have a look. So we've got some Mavic 138 wheels, generally run quite nice. STX RC hub, no play, relatively nice. At some points had a new chain and cassette, not quite got it all fitted around correctly. STX RC mech, which don't look in bad condition, to be fair. We've got the STX RC crankset, again bottom bracket, no play. That looks like an unbranded front hub. Oh no, STX as well. There we go, STX. And then we move up here to the shocking bars and stems. We have got a Tioga headset in there, relatively nice. That go in the spares box. Got a set of orange Supercross bars, 31.8. That's not even centered, right? So yeah, stems crap. So in terms of brakes, we have got an STX RC left shifter and a standard, was probably looks like an Olivio. Yeah, probably an Olivio shifter. So odd shifters. We have got a set of Avid brake levers matching, and then a set of Avid brake arms also matching. They're going to come off. So basically what we are keeping on this bike for the build is we're going to keep the forks, because the bomber forks, not only are they immaculate and mint, they are fully working. The dampers and lockouts are working. It's holding air. The condition is fantastic all the way down. Needs a bit of a clean and a polish, but they'll buff up absolutely lovely. They will. But the condition is great on them. So we're going to use only the frame and forks on this. I've got a different pair of wheels I've got in mind, and loads of other stuff in mind for this. We're not going to use the STX RC stuff. I'm saving that for another bike that it'll be better suited on, because I have got a matching set of shifters and levers on the shelf, so I can piece together a full STX RC group set for a future build. This one is going to be different. So let's do a super quick strip down of the entire bike. The last few things to note also is it has got a Kona, if you can see that. It has got the Kona seat clamp, although that's a bit rusty, so we'll deal with that. And it has got a Kona saddle, which is in really good condition. And I know that somewhere, because at the moment it's just got a plain top cap, but I think somewhere I have got a Kona top cap, so I'll have to have a look into that one. Yeah, let's start stripping down and get onto the build. Well, that's the frame stripped. Don't take long, does it? Lots of cleaning to do on this one. I literally took everything out, every bolt, everything has come off this. It's going to need a proper clean. Yeah, we'll do that next. The parts that I took off actually wasn't that bad. Like, there's a lot of promise for the parts for future builds. I'll show you why. So, for example, saddle, we'll use that on this build. Not too bad, needs a bit of a clean, looks a bit mouldy down there. STX RC, not too bad at all, clean up, save that. Brake arms, again, chatty, nasty, they'll clean up. We can use that set on a future build. Rear mech, again, not bad, reuse that. Bottom bracket, smooth as anything, not that old. Sun race, but hey, can you reuse that? Cassette hardly looks used, same as the chain, so we'll save them as well. Shifter, let's stick that in the parts bin. STX RC, or is that just the STX? No, that's the RC, so we'll save that as well. Even things like the headset bolts, yeah, a bit crappy. Oh, hello coffee. Seat clamp, we're going to reuse that because that's obviously the Kona one. So yeah, we'll polish that and reuse that. And yeah, so all in all, not bad at all. Forks are going to be great on that bad boy. So where do we go next? So just before we start cleaning the frame down on my hands, just been pulling out a few bits and bobs. I'm kind of like putting half of this stuff away that came off this one. Got a big pile of stuff to service. Woo! So I'm pulling everything out on this. As soon as we've completed the clean and polishing of the frame, which we're going to do in a second, I'm literally going to have everything laid out. So it's just like on, till it's done. Did just pull out the wheels that I wanted to use on this out the top shed. No one's seen inside the top shed. That's like a whole, that's like my TARDIS in there. Yeah. And I pulled loads of stuff off the magic shelf, which you guys haven't seen that either yet. Maybe one day I'll show you both. You see the magic shelf and the TARDIS. So let's get cleaning this frame and then let's start putting this bike together. So pulled out some nice stuff. Let's get scrubbing. Well, the last thing to do before we start building, obviously we've given it a really good scrub. Actually came up quite nice as well. Is we're going to give it a bit of teacup colour restorer. Ah, crap! Well, that came out a bit fast. Woo! Ah. So give it a good wipe down with this, and then I can give it like a silicone shine afterwards. Well, I'll spend ages polishing this. And then we'll start building. So, all polished, all looking fresh. Actually, I haven't cleaned up too bad, to be fair. Shame about the few bits and bobs on there, but all in all, cleaned up the seat clamp. I don't think I'm going to use the silver post. I've got an idea for that, so we'll come back to that later on in the video. Greased everything up, and I've already put in some little red bolties. Oh, got Spider-Man just chilling out on the frame there. Also, I did spray the mech hanger, and I put in a black Empire bolt as well into there. And these are the wheels that I pulled out. So these are Ritchie Rock Comp and OCR Comp. Blue and red, blue and red, blue and red. And I've actually found I've got some Panaracer Fire XC Pro. Really good condition. Had these lying around for ages. So I'm going to use them. I'm hoping I can find my other blue dice, because I want to put my blue dice on here as well. You can see what kind of theme we're going here. We're going a full-on Spider-Man bike. So on that note, wheels sorted, tyres are on. They might need pumping up a bit. Yeah, they need pumping up a bit. Yeah, so yeah, that happened. So let's get the headset in. Forks on, stemming on the bars, start building this bad boy up. So pulled some parts out on there. Oh, don't look, don't look. Oh god, there's another Spider-Man. God, it's popping up everywhere. So yeah, right, let's get the headset on. So, going with Hope headset. So let's bang a Hope headset in it. Let's keep it red. Right. Let's make sure that's all lined up. And always do one cup at a time, just because it means that your cup's going to go in straight, because that bit there is nice and flat. Get that all lined up right. That's cups in. You never guess what. Guess what I found? I was looking for it. Let's get some grease in here. I found, oh, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Found my other blue dice. This bike's gonna look mental. It's gonna look crazy. Right, let's get the forks on. Forks polished up lovely as well. Kind of wanted rigids on this, but maybe later. Maybe later. Alright, get some grease around there. And I grease that. Loads of grease. Yes, right. Let's get these in. First off. And then, so what I'm doing in terms of gears on this, I'm actually going, this is like a, it's not a super old frame. I'd probably say it's like early 2000s. Maybe around 2010. I don't know. I haven't done that much research into the age of this one, to be fair. I just saw it a long time ago and thought, you know what, that would be a cool bike. So, finally getting around to building it. And I did have loads of red stuff. And I kind of did want to build Spider-Man bike. So, might need a few more spaces on there. In terms of handlebars, we're using the X-Lite XC cross-country specific with the race face forged stem as the bolts on the side, so it's actually quite nice, to be fair. We are going to need to get some spacers on that. Oh, there we are. And then I'm going to put that on top for now because I don't kind of know how I want it. So we can adjust that up a little bit. A little cheeky red top cap as well. Cheeky, cheeky. Here we are. On to the next bit. So I got a new bottom bracket for this one. So we're running Holotech because of the crank that I'm using. So I did get a nice black one. It should. God, look at that Shimano. That's a bit gunged up, isn't it? Usually they put the grease in nice and beaded. So 68mm bottom bracket shell. So we should have 3 spaces in here, which we do. So what you want is you want 2 spacers on the drive side and 1 spacer on the non-drive side. So let's put 2 spacers there. And 1 spacer on the non-drive. I think the black cups just, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to spray the trailer hanger as well on the rear of the bike, because it was black, so I wanted this to be black. And while I'm doing this, I'll talk to you about what cranks I'm using. So I'm actually going for SLX. So we've got a double on the front, clutch rear mech, SLX rear mech, SLX shifters, SLX front mech. Now, in terms of brakes, obviously we had, right at the beginning, obviously when I showed you, we had the silver Avid brake levers, which I'm swapping out for, because I've got another Avid set. So I'm actually going for the black speed dials, because it's got a little red thing on as well, little adjuster. And for the brake arms, I'm going for an old set, I've had these for a while, the single digit 3Rs, also because they're black and they've got little red bits on them. So common theme with this bike. Well, so you get when you're building a bike for Spider-Man. Say Spider-Man, I'm going to be riding this, so let's get all these tightened up. And hopefully I haven't lost, oh no, I think I can see it. Yeah, they're nice and tight. So, crank. Go for a slightly new SLX crank. So we can bob this one in while we are here. And it needs a bit of a polish. I did clean it, but it's gone a bit dusty. So, a bit of silicone shine. There we are, your little cap. Now these are only hand tight, so you don't have to go crazy on these black little plastic compression caps. And then the two bolts, they torque up to 14 Newton meters, which we will do. I love a new bottom bracket. Right, I'll torque them up. Let's get some more bits on. Right, so the front mech, because of the diameter of that, I actually had to get some spacers to actually shim the mech out for it to be perfect. Which now it will work. So let's get this on. Make sure it's perpendicular. Perfect. get some cassette on this. Let's get some cassette. Let's get a cassette on this. And then we can get the skewers in, get the wheels on. Because this baby is coming together. Ooh, so many bikes coming up. So many bikes to build. Got some nice bikes. Got retro. I'm pulling out, and I'm going to build my retro full sus as well in a couple of weeks. Thing is with these is I'm not rich. I don't have much money, so I have to kind of like save up for some bits. That's tight. Right, got dice on that one. Ooh. No dice on this one. It's like one of those like retro things, isn't it? You know, like back in, I say the old days, but you used to have like your little dice hanging from your little mirror in your mini Cooper. That's proper British thing, that is, isn't it? Let's get the wheels on. Alright, so for the wheels, keeping with the red theme. Keeping with the red theme. Oh, I've got copper slip all over my fingers. That's why I usually wear my gloves. Didn't put my gloves back on after I went and made my cup of tea. Alright, front's ready to go on. Let's get the back on first. Not bad wheels, to be fair. Old Ritchie ones, not in bad condition. They only got parallax hubs, but hey, they run lovely. Right. Wow, it's looking awesome. Well, that's definitely coming together. There's not enough red. It's not enough red. Right, let's get some. Oh, let me show you. Right. Right. So I got some brake pads. Got some brake pads off my brother. They're not massively expensive ones, but what I did get, you'll like this, is you see the little bolts just there. So these bolts got them off eBay, super cheap. They will just replace them nuts there. Let's get them on. Well, I'm thinking the next thing to generally get on is I might put the grips on next, because then I can set all the levers and everything where I want them, and then put the cables on. That's looking quite good. Give it a big good polish up afterwards. Needs to do a bit of tweaking on that, but I want to get these grips on. Right, what do you think of these grips? Let's have a look. Right, grips. ODI, £7 off eBay or £7.49. Between £7 and £8 anyway. Might be a bit of a pain to fit, but well, they look pretty snazzy. These are going to be a pain to fit, aren't they? Do I want the ODI near the grip side, or do I want them to like be at the end of the bar, or do I want them facing me? Let's get the isopropyl on that and struggle getting these on. Oh, you can watch me sweat now. I've had to take my jacket off. It's a bit warm today. I've had an idea and I think I'm going to do it. I think I might put white cables on this. I think it will pop. Just pop, just that little bit. And put white cables on it. Also, I'm going to put on, I got some red crap pipes for the V-brakes and put them on it as well. Oh, and put some red ferrules on it as well. And put some cables on it. And drink my beer first, then put some cables on it. Yeah, it'll look alright. I'm going to get some cables on it. See this short, oh, see short there. So I did it. I did white cables. And I'm not going to lie, I don't regret it. I don't regret white cables. So I'm looking at the seat post now. And I really don't want to put this silver one back on. Now, it's a 27 dead, this one is. So it's not like I could just go into the TARDIS and get another one. That I haven't got another one. I had my art set on a black one. However, I did have a USE seat post. So I've just had a look. I've actually got all the bits for it as well. I've got a shim. Now, the shim fits on there perfect. And I've tried it. And the shim goes in there. So I think I'm going to run this. Give me a little bit of squidge. But I think with the original Kona seat, don't think it's going to look too bad. Now, I did have to stop myself because I looked at the bike and I thought I could put a red seat on it. I'll show you. I was thinking of using that one. Nice flight, you know. Don't get me wrong. Right. Two things. One, I want to use that on the retro full suspension, which will come eventually. But this Kona one is in such good condition and it's really comfortable, and I am going to be riding this. So I'm going to stick with the original black Kona one on that seat post. So I guess we just get that in now. So yeah, that looks like that's where I'm going with it. All in all, the bike is nearly done. Give that shim a good old copper slippings. Here we are. Cat. Meow. 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 Every time I meow at the cat meows back. Meow. Right, so. See if I can make this look dead easier. Should make it look easy. It's not exactly hard. Don't know why sometimes when I'm concentrating I stick my tongue out. Right, well I'll get this fitted and then join back in a second, I guess. Well, all in all, I'm quite happy with the spider bike. I'm happy with it. She might not ride that well. It might be down to the colour, who knows. I think I'm going to go out on a few rides on it, see how I feel. But looking at it, I think I wanted rigid forks on it. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I ain't going to be able to get on a ride on this for the next 2 to 3 weeks anyway, because I'm super busy with life and with other projects that are in the pipeline. And also I'm doing a lot of road riding at the moment on the road bike while the weather's nice. And then when the weather gets a little bit crappier, then I'll jump on the trails. So this bad boy is definitely going down a couple of trails. Let me know what you think. This was just a bit, if you've got this far, this was just a bit of a fun video. And I just wanted to create a spider bike. Hey, I don't write this. Sometimes it just happens. On that note, I'd probably say the next full bike build will be this Sunday. Well, next Sunday, because I'm dropping this on Sunday, which is tomorrow, which is now today, because it's like time travel shit all over again. On that note, I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate everyone that kind of supports the channel. The channel's now hit over 1,000 subscribers. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to try and sell you stuff either, so don't worry about that. Yeah, join me on the next one. Oh, I might do a live midweek. The wife says that she'll get involved again. Yeah, got a couple of ideas for that one anyway. Peace out. See you. Oh, and I just said see ya. Let's have one last look at the bike outside in the sunshine. See you. Spider-Man.